A lot is really happening in Africa right now. Of course, the executive order issued by Trump to halt all the US aid to the rest of the world has really created fear and uncertainty, especially among the African countries who greatly depend on those aids. And of course, most African nations are struggling with leadership and governance. Of course, we see strikes and riots left, right, and center. And this story is not complete without talking about the situation in the DRC Congo, the emergence of the M23 rebel. Now, who are the M23 rebels and where did they come from? Now, before the emergence of M23 rebels, there were another rebel group in the DRC Congo, and its name was the National Congress for the Defense of the People, or CNDP. Now, on the 23rd of March 2009, the government of the DRC Congo and the CNDP members held a meeting, and of course, deals were made. The first deal was that the NCDP members were going to be included in the DRC military, and number two was that the NCDP was going to be recognized as an official political party. Years later, some members from the former NCDP came out and said that these agreements were not obeyed. And of course, they came up with another group called the M23 Rebel, or the March 23 Rebel. M23 has been operating in eastern DRC, an area rich in minerals. M23 is one of more than 100 armed groups fighting Congolese forces. They claim their objective is to safeguard the interest of Congolese Tutsi and other minorities, which includes protecting them against Hutus rebel group which escaped to the DRC after taking part in the 1994 genocide that targeted the Tutsis. In 2013, the group was defeated following an international pressure and intensified operations by the DRC army, but later, in 2021, it resurfaced. The group attacked the North Kivu against DRC armed forces and the UN mission in DRC. M23 rebel collect taxes, especially from mining, and according to the United Nations, it collects up to $800,000 monthly on production and export of minerals. There have been accusations that the neighboring Rwanda has been backing M23 rebels. In 2022, a group of UN experts said that they had a solid evidence that Rwanda soldiers has been working with the M23 rebels. Last year, the experts reported that 3,000 to 4,000 Rwandan government forces operated with M23 rebels, an accusation that Rwanda denied. M23 rebel is now having more than 8,000 fighters, and his leader is Bertrand Bisimwa and Sultan Makena as the leader of the armed wing. In recent weeks, the armed group has been advancing on the main city in the DRC, North Kivu province, and they've seized several towns and villages. The conflict in the DRC began long before M23 rebel was created, and about 6 million people have lost their lives and more than 7 million people displaced, according to the UN.